Brr, it is freezing out here today. But this snow fort is going to be epic.
Beep, boop, my metal chassis is shivering. I think my mechanical toes are turning into ice cubes. Wait, I don't have toes, but if I did, they would be frozen solid.
Here, Ziggy, take one of these little packets. It is a hand warmer.
A hand warmer? It just feels like a tiny beanbag. Wait. It is getting warm. Science-tastic. Is there a tiny fire inside? Or a teeny tiny oven baking cookies?
No, silly. There is no fire in there. But actually, how does it get warm? It doesn't have a battery or a plug.
That is a brilliant observation, Emma. And it is the exact same question we got from one of our amazing explorers, Alan from Seattle.
Oh, wow. Hi, Alan. So, Dr. Owl, how do these little packets make heat out of nowhere?
Well, the secret is that they don't make it out of nowhere. To understand the magic of the hand warmer, we have to understand what heat actually is.
Oh, I know. Heat is a spicy pepper invisible ghost.
I don't think that is right, Ziggy.
Not quite a pepper ghost, Ziggy. But the real answer is just as fascinating. Let's dive in.
Booting system, curiosity, on, logic, on, chicken dance protocol, stuck on, book, God.
Ziggy, wrong button. Stop the clucking.
Hoot hoot! I suppose we're doing science and dancing today. Welcome to STEM with Dr. Owl. Here we explore how the world works.
With curiosity.
Protocol 404. If this show is fun, tell a friend. If it's not, it must be a software bug. Literally, there is a ladybug on my enter key.
Welcome back, explorers. Before the break, our friend Alan asked us how hand warmers get warm without batteries or fire.
Yeah, and you said we needed to figure out what heat is first.
Exactly. Heat is actually a form of energy, and it happens when tiny invisible pieces inside objects start to move around.
Wait, everything is moving inside? Even my solid desk?
Spot on, Emma. Everything is made of tiny particles. When things get hot, those particles wiggle and jiggle faster and faster. Think of it like popping popcorn.
Pop, pop, popcorn jumping. So heat is just a tiny invisible wiggle dance party?
A wiggle dance party! Okay, so heat is motion energy. But how does that happen inside the little packet?
Time for our first trivia question to find out. Emma, Ziggy, and all our explorers listening, what do you think is hiding inside a regular hand warmer packet? Is it A, crushed up hot peppers? B, tiny battery wires? Or C, iron powder and salt?
It has to be A. Spicy peppers make my one big glowing eye water.
It felt squishy but gritty. I am going to guess C. Iron powder and salt.
And C is correct. Inside those packets is mostly iron powder. When you take it out of the plastic wrapper, oxygen from the air sneaks inside and touches the iron.
And that makes them do the wiggle dance?
Precisely. The oxygen and iron join together in a chemical reaction. We call this an exothermic reaction.
Exothermic. That is a huge word.
Let's break it down. Exo means outside, like an exit, and thermic means heat, like a thermometer. So exothermic just means letting heat out.
Exit heat, exothermic. My brain processor loves that word.
That is super cool. But wait, I have another kind of hand warmer at home. It has a little metal coin inside a clear liquid, and when you click the coin, the liquid turns solid and gets hot.
Ah, the clicky hand warmers. Those use a completely different trick. Instead of air, they rely on something called crystallization.
Crystal. What now? Is that when you turn into a shiny diamond?
I think it means turning into a crystal. Right, Dr. Owl?
You are right again, Emma. The liquid inside is super packed with salt. When you click that little metal disc, it gives the liquid a tiny shock, and all the salt suddenly locks together into solid crystals.
Wow. And locking together releases heat?
Yes, moving from a messy liquid to a neat solid structure releases trapped energy. And that energy comes out as a warm, cozy, exothermic wiggle party.
Beep, 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 alert! I have a hypothesis. If chemical reactions in crystals make heat, are there other ways to make things warm?
There certainly are, Ziggy. In fact, energy never just disappears, it just changes forms. Let's play a rapid-fire game called Name That Heatmaker.
Oh, I am so ready. Let's play.
Okay, explorers, play along. Question 1. How do you make heat just using your two hands when you don't have a hand warmer?
Oh, by rubbing them together really fast, like this.
Excellent! That is called friction. You are turning motion energy into heat energy. Next question. How does a toaster get hot?
I know this one. Magic glowing bread lasers.
No, Ziggy, it uses a plug. It uses electricity.
Correct, Emma. Electricity pushes tiny charges through wires, making the atoms bump and wiggle. Electrical energy turns into heat. Okay, final question. What is a giant floating heat maker in the sky that warms your skin at the beach?
The moon on vacation.
The sun. Light energy turns into heat when it hits us.
Outstanding. You both did wonderfully. And here is one last amazing fact. You, Emma, and all our explorers are actually walking hand warmers.
I am? But I don't have iron powder or electric wires inside me.
No, but you eat food. Your body does safe, gentle chemical reactions to break down food, and that releases heat. It keeps your body perfectly warm. No clicking required.
Wow! Energy is amazing. It changes from food to heat, from electricity to heat, and from chemicals to heat.
You nailed it, Emma. Remember, heat is just energy changing its disguise.
Thanks, Dr. Owl. And thanks, Alan, for the great question.
Keep wondering, explorers. We will see you next time on STEM with Dr. Owl.
Wait, I want to be a hand warmer too, if I rub my metal hands together really fast.
Eek! Ziggy, that just sounds like a squeaky door.
Oops, friction error. But look, my one big glowing eye is turning red hot from thinking too hard. Does that count as exothermic?
Oh, Ziggy, you are definitely one of a kind.
And that brings today's STEM adventure to a close. Remember, the world is full of wonders if you just know where to look.
Thanks for exploring with us. Don't forget to keep asking why.
Preparing shutdown sequence. Deleting. Browsing history. Deleting. Emma's math homework.
Ziggy, no! Don't delete that!
Just kidding. Robot humor. Curiosity stays on battery level 1%. Oh, almost forgot. If you have a question, leave it in the comments. My inbox is lonelier than a robot in a rainstorm.